We always have the weirdest openings to our videos. I'm very happy that Tethys is here.
Hi, Tethys. Bring it around town strong.
We haven't confused people with events going off when there aren't any events to be evented.
I somewhat thought that, like, because this time of year is always about like rescheduling everything and around like the holidays and such as and whatnot, and it is very annoying. But I thought that more events would be canceled today because of the holidays than previous. I don't know why, but
Tethys, you could do 2 of our prompts a day, I'm sure, and you would still only have 1 on the 31st.
I hope finals went well. Hello and hi to everybody else.
Is it Kihi, Kihai, or Kaihai?
I think it's definitely Kihai.
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 Kihai. Congratulations to Tethys about finals.
Finals indeed. That made it through.
True.
Because of finals, I was like completely alone in the like literally alone in the office, but also like alone in like the entire building. Like I basically went out and just like noticed nobody. Very liminal spaces.
We have half of a 360 party girl.
We do have half of a 360 party girl.
Waiting.
We shall see the processing. My back. Oh my god.
We've had so many strange.
I don't know who Barbara Moss.
Barbara Moss's biscuit.
I just learned who I didn't learn, but I just realized who Ainsley Harriott is and thought he was more of a kind soul and not a rather pointed chef.
Was that a reaction? When did you realize this?
When you told me. Because like based on the picture that you sent first, like I thought it was rather kind of like cute. Like he looked kind of like a squishy like rye bread person.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm in the process of the let's have a bit of an experience where I hear you say words and I'm just I have no idea what you mean.
I think that's just the experience that people have when interacting with me, and I really do enjoy it. Well,
okay.
I am in control of the document, and we had a poll which I thought would have been a little bit closer.
It was quite close.
It was.
Or were there quite a few people who did stuff last minute? No, this is what I expected. So basically, for the general vote, it was much closer. 55% of you wanted a marked ergative, 45% both, and then the patrons were like, "No, only mark the ergative,"
which I think is a very fine idea. So we are at least having 2 cases.
Are there languages that have a marked ergative and no other case?
That sounds odd.
I'm trying to find the Barbara Moss's biscuits, and I can't work out where to find the Barbara Moss's biscuits.
It just so to kind of put this thing up there. So it has only a marked ergative and no other like core case is question mark, or there's no like unmarked analog.
I mean, I think that it kind of makes sense.
It does make sense.
That because we said that it would only be coming from the
with the instrumental preposition.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So the Barbara Moss's biscuits, are they biscuits made by someone you know from the biscuit swap who's called Barbara Moss? Or is it the kind of biscuits that you made loads of yesterday?
Oh, I thought, is Barbara Moss not like a brand of like biscuits in the UK?
Like
Mrs. Fields or like
I don't know why. I think it's when we swap users, or when you log in, sometimes it changes the search engine to Yahoo.
Why does it do that? Why does it do that? Are you doing this?
It's not me.
It's not me either.
I keep setting Google to the default.
I do too. I thought you were doing it. I thought you made like Yahoo, and it's like, well, I guess I'm just like part of the course then.
No, I don't. We'll have to check what happens.
How? Oh my god, that's so hilarious.
I cannot find.
They are named for someone who my mother knew, named Barbara Moss. So is this some random English lady?
Okay. It's the name for the biscuits that Caleb made a lot of. Okay, it all makes sense. The pieces have come together. I understand what's happened. Let's get some actual content.
I want to zoom in a little bit. Also, y'all, I'm drinking some Sprite, which is going to give me some good old fashioned indigestion. And some gas. So if something is released, I will try to let you know. But like, hold on.
Well, rather than letting us know, why not just mute yourself?
Cool. Oh my gosh. I do love the no Sprite challenge, or just the Sprite challenge.
You keep saying this word, and I keep wondering whether you're saying Sprite or spray.
Sprite.
Okay.
Yeah. This is a 1 liter bottle that I got at the gas station on my way back from therapy because I was thirsty.
Okay.
Very good.
So,
instrumental preposition.
Good reading is what?
Fundamental.
Ergative.
Ergative. It's used with agents of transitive sentences. Transitive verbs.
No, that's not. Actually, Miles, that's not the no. I can't remember the structure of it. You're also wearing the right kind of plaid for the moment. Actually,
Well, Mimi, I can't believe it. You, Mimi, I'm first, getting number third in the fans' votings. I couldn't believe it.
you know the moment I'm referring to.
Oh, hold on.
Actually, Ellen.
Well,
that's
actually,
not true.
Ellen, you were invited. Who wouldn't want to be invited to a party? Well, your PR team said you wanted to be invited, so I invited you this time. You didn't go last time, even though you were invited.
So I don't know if saying in the proto language is the right. So because it's also, are we calling the proto language the stage where it splits, or my head's unhappy about this again?
I guess it's the part that we have right now at whatever stage we're currently at.
So I guess it's that usually when you say in the proto language, you refer to a time before. But in this stage, in the proto language, there is an instrumental preposition which is grammaticalized as an ergative. It's more like a, I guess it would be prefix / particle. This is used to mark the so it's the subjects of active verbs, right?
Correct.
So I'm trying to remember the system we came up with. So yeah, subjects of active verbs is right, isn't it?
And then agents of intransitive verbs. And this is where we can actually start creating some cute little sentences too, and get some.
No, is it? It's not. It's not transitive or intransitive. It's because we're doing split, aren't we?
Yes, we are doing split.
So, it's the subjects of active verbs, and no, you are right. The transitive.
Yeah.
No, it's like
because the active state of, I'm not going to say it only applies to intransitive verbs, but there's going to be an agent and a patient of a transitive verb.
It's of active verbs with a single argument.
There we go.
Is that right?
That is right.
Is that the right reading?
That's how I've interpreted it.
I think that's why you use the word subject, because subject is always on its own.
Yeah, agents and some subjects with the ergative, which I'm going to assume as subjects of active verbs, and then agents of I'm gonna say bidental verb. I don't think that's correct. A verb with two arguments.
And agents in transitive constructions. Lovely. Because we hadn't said we were only going to do one case, because we had said that we could also get other cases from other prefixes.
Correct.
Other prepositions, I mean.
Yeah, no, you're good.
So, and the other thing is, I guess, making a form.
Yay!
And
I think that, and I also think how we're going to whether or not there's going to be some interaction with number. But we barely have any like words to deal with anyway, so I think like this is already even like a good place to start. So it does not matter to me. I think I might be like kicking a can, which is perfectly okay.
say that again.
So
I'm gonna turn my sound up so I can hear you properly.
ignore what I kind of said. I was more saying that we can worry about how like this case and number interact when we get there. But I think like we have like very little forms other than, well, we have no forms with any meaning assigned to it, as far as I know. And we have this gorgeous sparkle zone and the Laguna zone, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to create like a word for like Mihi room or a person or something very basic?
But do these people have me hearing? The me hearings are on the other island, and then the people bring them over.
Okay.
So I would say that they're probably, wait. I don't think that's right, Caleb. Because the patient is the patient is the standard. If you have an ergative language,
Mm-hmm.
the patient is the standard patient. No, the ergative is the marked agent rather than, and the patient is the standard argument. That was the word I was thinking of. But for this, we're going to have to define all of our verbs as active or stative.
Correct.
Which does also kind of answer the adjective question.
Sure. Which I perfectly agree with. And we can also like use the ergative to like give it some like happy turns into X meaning too, which is always nice.
Mm-hmm. So
we have something Karis called Tethys Alan when talking about Konpirngu, which I guess I didn't say anything, but you're kind of mixing up syntactic and semantic terms. I guess like where something is semantically a patient versus some syntactically a patient. If I'm understanding that correctly. But I think for our cases, this does matter.
So agent and patient are theta roles, which are semantic. Subject. But then in the SAP triangle, do those not then belong together? That's what I am a bit confused about, because when I was taught of these ideas, you always have that SAP triangle. Or is it because the syntactic position? No. the semantic role is then assigned to the semantic subject. Is that what's going on?
I don't know what's going on. All I know is that somehow, some way, we were confusing these two, but I know syntax for me does not make a lot of sense at the start of it. Oh gosh. The subject is the external argument. Okay, that does make sense. And the object is the internal argument. So that's kind of like I'm guessing our little noun incorporation venture. Somewhat.
No, it's separate to noun incorporation because it might be easier to think about SAP. It's just letters without thinking about what they mean.
Oh my god. Okay.
I feel like this is like that feeling where like, oh, I have not like it's kind of like if you're not going to call them subject, agent, and patient, then why use them at all? At that point, you may as well just call them A, B, and C if they don't actually mean anything. Alpha, beta,
Omega,
gamma.
No, ABO, Jake.
I don't
know.
Why to be hollow?
That is, I don't know where I got that from, but I'm gonna take it. Blee blom and boomba. Oh my god, I'm obsessed. Blee blom and boomba.
We'll call them Simba, Timon, and Pumbaa.
I don't like. Oh, what's the Silk Song? What's Hollow Knight? That's something people are really into these days, I think, or maybe it's past. I don't know.
I'm so into Hollow Knight right now. Evil people. Evil people. This is single-handedly convincing me not to do a master's in linguistics.
Good. Oh.
Okay. Okay, well, this is fine. Also, oh god.
Oh no.
No, you're right. My brain's just being annoying.
I don't think we need the sparkles here, but I do like word. I and that one creator whose video I have not watched. I don't know if that's the brackets or the turbals, braces, or whatever the heck you will call them. Error. Why? The last word hur does not fit the syllable structure. Huh. Well, I beg to differ.
Are you using it? Wait, I know you made a Lexig file at some point.
I'm currently trying to use it.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't need to be worried about quite yet-ish. Oh, what does sparkles mean about the transcription? Nothing. I wish it meant you do jazz hands during it, but that is one could wish. What's something that can run, be tall, and sell something?
Mateus.
Okay.
I mean, not in the Netherlands, but
Noun.
um,
Can we do that form? Yeah, we can. It's not going to be no. It's not going to be shamped. I'm gonna change the T to something. I just wanted the sham part. Would it be bad to have the word for person be shamu? Like the whale?
this could have a lot of ripple effects. But sure, why not?
Shamu. Oh my god, my neck! Why does my neck need to be ripped off my head and just reapplied surgically? I want an inversion table.
This is very much a view.
Oh my god. Oh. I'm back.
Okay. I thought I'd make it bigger for the people at home.
Tom is a cool mistress. I agree. Have I considered PT? Yes. I have considered.
What's PT?
Physical therapy.
Oh.
As opposed to the chiropractor. Yeah. I will say I have not been to the chiropractor since I got my money back. So I do think that is important. Have I considered radio taiso? Radio taiso. Don't know what that is, but I'm assuming it's some Japanese chill radio. It's like a Reiki. It's like massage, lightly massage, not even really, just wave my hand around it and just
Radio Reiki.
Radio Reiki. I have considered Radio Free Europe. That still goes on. Yeah, okay. Because there are still parts of Europe that are oppressed. You're in Europe.
It's the follow-up question, are you oppressed?
Is the Japanese stretching excellent? I love this. Okay, this is adorable. I should do it. Yes, that is very cute.
It sounds like the stuff that the Chinese elderly... Oh, they do it in Korea. Is there one in Korea? I think in Korea they tend to do it on a business-by-business basis. And they do it in Vietnam as well, I think. Okay. Why are you calling it Hearth Prep Show? Oh.
I think we're laughing at different things. I'm laughing at this. Oh my god, I'm dead. I'm sorry for your turf island.
It's Turf Island now in red rather than blue.
On blue alert?
You know what colors the political parties here are?
Oh yeah, I do. I do indeed.
I mean, as long as it doesn't go teal.
Oh wait, do you have an election coming up?
I mean, in a functioning democracy, isn't that always? Not soon.
Okay, never mind.
Avatar.
What if we go over for tall? Almost like an eye, like knee. I think like Neve.
Oh,
Neve.
I don't know why I made it so that it comes out all with disyllabic roots. We aren't saying that, or are we saying that roots are we going for disyllabic roots as a standard, or are we okay with monosyllabic? Well, no, we have a bunch of monosyllabic.
Yeah, we do. We have some monosyllabics down here too that are choice.
Well, the other thing to remember is that not everything is according to the most recent stuff. So we do have to check things. But
I think this is a vowel syllable.
Let me see what you're doing. Nizkta.
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 Nizkta. That is a valid syllable.
Yeah.
Okay. No prep for that.
Oh.
Girl. And then the person sells, I don't know. We definitely don't have a word for persimmon. I know that for a fact. Oh, what is it?
Kalip.
Kalip.
I mean, if you, Caleb, if you want your name to mean something that other than persimmon, say now.
Correct.
And we can also make your name from Madame or I don't know what else.
Mandolin.
Make it mean knee.
It's also a noun. Noun.
Why did you say permission? We were making it persimmon, weren't we?
Uh-huh. Yes, we were. But guess what my fingers typed out?
I've missed you, Miles.
Words are hard. I sometimes don't spell things right. It's true.
That's fine. Okay. So for this preposition, we want it to do something with I mean, I wanted to do some kind of I keep getting flashbacks of all the things we talked about last time that we never ended up following up on. So, for example, I remember that we talked about how the language that we end up focusing on and keep getting distracted by you. Maddie just kind of sits there half the time waiting for me to do things.
Or I'm just like tinkering away. Go ahead. No.
You're just like
Beep. Boop. Focus on the language that you wanted to.
My brain is fucked today. Like, absolutely fucked. I don't know what's going on. I feel like since I've been back, I've just not understood anything properly.
I feel like I'm in a purgatory.
You do.
I do.
Like, I can't work out what exactly happened. I think it's just like I traveled a lot and then I feel really lazy afterwards. But my brain's just like, you're not going to think about anything. So, it was basically that I really want to do a language with some kind of vowel harmony.
Yeah. Yes, we have brought this up before, and I think go ahead.
But there's two projects that I really want to have vowel harmony, and one of them is the pastoralists, and one of them is the other bizarre language, the one for the metropolitan people. And I want the metropolitan people to have the ATR harmony. And I guess I'm undecided whether I would be happy or not if we did.
I think. Go ahead.
You know, it's like it's this annoying thing where because we never decided, we're always in this position where I don't want to fuck anything up for the daughter languages which means that I never want to commit to anything.
Yeah. One question to help like guide the decision is whether it's a vowel harmony between the two of them because they because like of like a kind of a regional sort of like
No, they're nowhere near each other.
Perfect. So then like they'll probably have very different means of or very different harmonizing sets. So I don't think we're fucking ourselves.
No, I'm not worried about them being similar in the long run. I guess what I'm worried about is if we do. It feels like in order to determine the form of the prepositions, or this preposition specifically, we need to figure out what the daughter will sound like and what the vowel harmony thing would be, so that the preposition triggers the harmony to make it interesting. You know, it's the cart horse
Taco.
order problem. Where yeah.
All right, then like I'm gonna put this down since while I get out in my head. But I think this is a good place to start thinking more about like sound changes and what sort of like dividing or diverging point we're going to have here. At least now we have like 5 words, 3 example sentences, and kind of like get us thinking about like what sort of vibe we want.
So this is where the marked accusative in either of the other 2 cases would be useful.
Correct.
Because say that we're making persimmon mean fruit more generally as well,
Sure.
then there's the possibility of so let's, for completeness, let's put the mux on. So makanya kalip. For now, we'll just call it P.
Sure.
Kalip Shamu versus Makenya Kalip Shamu, where this has a definite sense. So the person sells the person, whereas this would be the person sells fruit. Or
persons in general.
But with the sense that Kalip is being, we've said at some point that it's also it's like a useful example because if we can say that this moves into a more general sense, also, then like just this is like the general act of selling fruit rather than the person selling the specific fruit. One thing I thought would be that you would know it was fully incorporated if we had something that went on the end as well. That was really the thing that this poll was kind of testing the waters of, because if we marked the accusative in either of the other two options, then this would basically have resolved itself.
Correct.
But
the patrons wanted to make it hard for us.
Yeah.
Could that be reinterpreted as a stative verb in some capacity? An incorporated verb versus
it's not transitive, but we're not doing ergative, we're doing split. So it's still it's intransitive, but it's still active.
Okay.
Surely it's not a passive thing. Like unless this becomes I guess it's okay. It's semantically transitive.
Correct.
Syntactically, it is. But for a split system, this is where being really clear about these terms, even if we're mixing things up, is going to be really necessary. Because my thought is that unless this then becomes is a fruit seller, right? And it would basically mean that all of these incorporated objects, we can reword them as copular
attributive phrases.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which would mean that in my head, for example, with sleep, right?
Sure.
Like sleep is a prototypical. Like it's not intransitive everywhere. But like if we find a I like kulurm for
I
sleep.
also like kulum. I was waiting to use that. So a good word for it to sleep as well, I would say.
So
I don't know why it's getting kind of chilly in here. I mean, I can kind of guess, but
so kulurm. So it's a verb and it's dative. And so it's to sleep, but we could express it in a stative sense as to be asleep. Right?
Yes, indeed.
Which in English has slightly different connotations, but it captures some of the sense of this stativeness. So the person is asleep would be I'm going to start using an E for schwa.
Yes, that's fine with me.
So it'd be muck and then kulurm. Mek kulurm shamu. I think it's going to be too confusing. I'm just going to switch to my IPA keyboard and fix it while I talk through. Yeah. So in this one, it would be both the person is asleep and the person sleeps.
Yeah.
I'm ready for someone who knows more about this than us to come in the chat and be like,
I think there are two people who are well versed on this already in chat, and they have not said a word. Yeah.
Okay. I will say, and I think this is like stupidly early to be bringing this up, but I think it's worth asking. So if we want to say
the person sells fruit and
the
sleeps.
Person puts the person to sleep. So the person is still singular, so it'd still be mak. So I guess the question that I have is Shamu Kalip Pikalip. Are we gonna end up stuck with this?
Unless you don't want to be.
It kind of does what I was looking for, which is that it's really gonna encourage a kind of progressive I mutation. Oh, mutation is the wrong word, but you know what I mean.
I do know what you mean. I'm very good with P. I love P.
There's not a way to make it sound better because you got to say, I love the form of pee. The form of pee sounds like the porn parody of the shape of water.
Oh my goodness. I love like the little hesitation on there too. Oh my god, have you seen this reel of this Brazilian woman with her small ass dog, and it's in this like fluorescent neon green like crocheted like outfit, but like for the first like minute she can't get a word out because she's laughing too hard.
No, I haven't seen this.
I'll put it in the Discord because oh my god, first just like the laugh, and then second is watching this like small ass dog who looks like Snoop Dogg. It looks like Snoop Dogg.
I did not expect this to carry on for this long either.
Oh my god. Okay. My back hurts. Oh my
Okay.
god.
I'm hiding the duck until you're all right.
I'm okay.
You're all right?
Oh my god. Okay.
You're not always like this.
Am I not?
No.
Oh my god. I'm just in like a really weird mood.
No, you're always in a weird mood. This is particularly.
This weird mood in particular is weirder. I got it. Oh my god.
Because like it feels like a particularly unique reference that no one else has heard of.
No one's gonna get it. No, it's already niche.
Mm-hmm. It's like, wait.
I can't think of it anymore. It's so funny. Oh my god. It's so dumb.
Okay.
Yeah.
So first of all, I guess the other question that I end up having is, does the use of a ergative then imply that this is transitive? No. Is transitive the word I want to use? I feel like I need like a class where they just go through what these words mean. Maybe Karis can run one for us.
That would be lovely. Because I for sure know I do not use them correct. But like, does the use of the ergative somewhat like transitivize this to sleep? I would argue yes. I would say yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because in that same similar vein, the persimmon makes the person grow. In some weird, like
grow tall or grow in general?
I guess like Tallinn.
That's
There.
you were so close to a way that I would have said, and then you deleted it all. No, we're not going to go with grow tall. We're going to say in tall.
Doing what? In Tallinn?
Intones.
Intones.
It's not a word that makes sense in my accent.
Okay.
The person. Just if I can do that.
I think we can do that. That's true. Oh, I think my back hurts because like this chair is not helpful for my posture. Imbalance of solids.
Okay.
Whoa.
The thing is, this is already a lot. No, this is fine. This is fine because we already know that the more isolating one is coming out of a more fusional pattern. And this saves us from having super long proto verbs. So, however, this isn't really about noun case.
This is more so like
also
verbs.
This isn't how I would organize this. So I'm gonna just make a syntax section.
Because it's been naughty and needs to pay. It's a sentence. Not right. Be very afraid.
Multi-syntactic alignment. And also, this Mary can be the biblical Mary, or it can be a gay man, and that's a choice for you at home to make. Empreg Grammar Mary wasn't on my list of
Grammar Mary.
the latest Christmas number one.
We went from ABO to Empreg. We reached the whole entire fandom. Also, Heated Rivalry is a book written by a straight woman.
Why are you surprised?
I'm not surprised, but like but it is Mary Cosby from The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, whose name precedes herself in so many ways.
I was about to say, you mean a Real Housewife wrote the book that Heated Rivalry?
Oh, could you imagine Mary Cosby's who's married to her grand uncle, wrote a gay hockey fan fiction? Yes. Her own step grandfather she's married to. Correct. That's one of the first things you learn about her in the series is that it is her step grandfather. That is very true. God told her to do that. She prayed really hard. Excuse me, indeed. I feel like I'm spoiling a big plot reveal of the Real Houses of Salt Lake City. But yeah, she's married to her step grandfather because God told her to.
You're not still interested in becoming a Mormon, right?
No. Well, first off, she is not Mormon.
Wait,
Was
she's not even Mormon?
No, she runs her own church that might be a cult. Because her followers also call her godmother, I think. Something along the lines of this. Yeah, see, there's a clip of her in her church where one of her congregation calls her a facsimile of God. Caleb says it is a cult. That she's a cult leader. Mm-hmm. Yes, Tinglish, insofar that I don't think she recognizes the divinity of the Book of Mormon. I think she's just good old fashioned like 2 testaments and not the 3rd.
Wait, they call it the Third Testament?
Well, it is another testament of Jesus Christ, yeah. It's like right on the book.
I know for atheists it sounds insane, but I'm just like, no, it's not.
I did take a field trip to Beauty Lab and Laser when I was in Salt Lake last.
What is Beauty Lab and Laser?
Beauty Lab and Laser is the esthetician brand that Heather Gay owns.
Did I hear?
Yeah, her last name is Gay.
I was like, an esthetician that her gay owns. It's like, who's gay and why does he own an esthetician?
I think she was a Mormon. She is no longer a Mormon. I think the only Mormon that I know for sure is Queen Lisa Barlow, who, again, this is not a Real Housewives of Salt Lake podcast, but it can very much well turn into one because if you could give me any excuse to start picking up and rewatching it. Oh, okay. One more thing. Jen Shaw is out of jail. Thank gosh. She is free. She's away from Ghislaine Maxwell and doesn't have to interact with her anymore. She's safe. Anyway.
This wasn't someone in... Ghislaine Maxwell wasn't involved with someone from Real Housewives of Salt Lake City.
They met in prison. So when Ghislaine Maxwell got transferred from her maximum security prison, she went to the same prison that Jen Shaw went to for her defrauding of the elderly. Yep. And Jen Shaw was arrested.
Did this on TV?
No. She was not on TV, but she did. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, Jen Shaw defrauded people. She was a Real Housewife of Salt Lake housewife who, season 2, got arrested by the FBI and NYPD on the show, as she got tipped off by her husband and then tried to flee.
Okay.
You have to watch it. Yeah, you have to have been there.
Wait, she's not the one who is like, why am I Mormon if they were racist, is she?
Potentially. She is Samoan. Or
no.
part Samoan.
She's of Hungarian, Italian, Irish, Chinese, Tongan, and Hawaiian descent. I've got her Wikipedia page up.
Oh shit! Okay.
There was one clip that I remember from Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, which was where one of them decides to convert to Islam because
that's her.
It is her. Okay.
Yeah. Her husband was the coach of Utah State basketball, I think. And he's Muslim. Well, now the whole family is, I guess, Muslim. Wild ride.
Spent far too long on this.
Yeah, we definitely have. Thank you for the detour. That was so cathartic.
I do not know what just happened.
I don't even know what triggered that, but I'm glad we went on that journey.
You were laughing about this tiny dog, and then I think I was trying to get us back on the road, and then this.
We got there eventually. I think with Mpreg, you kind of like left us in the dust, and then
this was because I brought up Mary, Mother of Jesus, and then you started talking about Mary from Real
Mary
Housewives
Cosby of Salt Lake City, who was a cult leader.
Okay.
We should. There is a one more thing. There is a Beverly Hills housewife clip where where Kathy Hilton, who is Paris Hilton's mom, she pranks all the guests with just chugging down martinis, but are actually just filled with water. And it's so funny. She says, like, I want to do this. She asked the waiter, like, could you just put some like water in a martini glass? And then she's just like okay, but morphosynthetic alignment, we're doing something active and stative.
So we are following a broadly active stative alignment. Okay. Slinement. Slaylinement. Oh, not what I was expecting. We'll leave it. So the S, which is not a subject but a vibe,
it's just the letter S.
The same initial letter is either left unmarked in the absolutive case or marked for the ergative prefix P. When the verb is active. Wait, but we're doing active stative with transitivity layered on top?
Can I ask a dumb question?
Mm-hmm.
Transitivity, I had thought that active stative alignment used transitivity as a part. I thought it only dealt with what was intransitive. And that just transitive clauses behave like normally.
This feels like one of those cases where it's like you have a prototypical form and then you have the others. And I feel like when I started looking at what the natural examples look like, I just got like on some level I think that what I'm asking you though, the answer is kind of right.
I think the answer is yes.
It's because like there's kind of two things going on. So there's the active stative, which is basically asking absolutive S or ergative S. Yeah. And there's transitive, intransitive, which is AP or S, right?
Mm-hmm.
And is this just semantic?
Mm-hmm. So it depends on what we want. Either that we say that it will, all active verbs will take the ergative, all stative verbs will take the absolutive and leave it at that, and have it be a more rigid sort of yeah, versus like what Caleb was saying, where there could be like some like volitionality added to it, where if we that's kind of like I fell versus like I tripped over something, kind of that sort of end. So it's a matter of, I guess, how discrete we want to make the active stative. Are we pigeonholing everything into one or the other? Binary does not feel like a booba.
Oh god, this is a split S fluid S thing.
Yeah.
And it's been 2 weeks since I double checked the.
I'm advocating for, even though I don't think we should do it because of our tenets and our core beliefs, that we should do a rather discrete split S and be like, hey, all of these verbs, they're going to be active, all the other verbs are going to be stative, and we call it a day. Mm. Here's the count, the beat, the go.
This volition thing is adding to the.
Yeah, don't worry about the volitional thing. I'm also thinking about that being like the puts the person in taller kind of deal. Like that's going to kind of be where we get this sort of like distinction, not in like. Oh my god, I'm trying to think of the words. It could be used as statively without P, but it would be interpreted as this like, I don't want to say resultative, but like,
Not that again. Why do
I
you
know.
always call every fucking thing resultative? It doesn't mean anything. I have never found.
I'm going to spend like this.
Okay. Yeah, it expresses that something has undergone a change of state, but I cannot see, like,
not the Google AI Gemini overview. They are going to be more verb-like, kind of, since we are doing this like active stative alignment. It does help where we can make most of the adjectives, if not all of them, verb-like.
well, we do I would say do a mix, but in the sense that.
Thank you, Travis.
I already had to deal with this. When is someone going to be Team Jake? When is someone going to be Team Jake?
Maybe this one. It's so
half the time it feels like my job is just to corral the young people onto YouTube on time. No, Maddie does a better job of organizing me than I do her. Mm-hmm. I'll say that.
Okay. Okay, we definitely know.
I feel Okay, so are we
This-
doing split or fluid?
Split.
Split. Okay.
Know how Tethys is saying that I am not right. That just it is fun. And I think that's the style of conlanging I really do latch onto is the ones that are fully incorrect, but that are fun. Yes.
I'm trying to remember what exactly it was. Was it was it not that we had a causative as well?
It was because I got frustrated that we were calling it two different things. Because causative to me inherently meant it was associated with verbs, whereas a resultative encoded it was for nouns. And I wanted to have a distinction between the two. That when it was being used with a verb, it was a causative, and when with a noun, it was a resultative. Even though it did the same
It was
thing.
the same fucking thing.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Do I not clearly understand what I am?
Why am I ugly? Why am I fat? Why am I ugly? Why am I fat?
I don't. I can't keep up with. I say keep up. I've never watched a single episode of Real Housewives. I'm worried if I start, I'll never stop.
There is a lot to get through, so that is very fair.
Okay. We have done fuck all. I do not appreciate that no one in linguistics can name anything properly. No, why is it inherent to the verb?
Well, that is like either an active verb or a stative verb, and it can't be anything else.
But surely whether it's active or stative is dependent on the semantics.
Oh gosh, okay, hold on.
Isn't it?
A
Or am
verb
I
is
completely
either considered active or stative, or or
rather than an or wait.
No.
But I guess the thing that's fucking us up there is no. I think that we haven't thought through the no marked causative thing because of I think this is the better place to have it. Okay. Because we know how to say like we can take a is it univalent?
Mm-hmm.
But if we already have a divalent verb, so like the person cuts the persimmon, then you say like okay, fun question. Are we going to have one word that means bird, or are we going to say there's no single word for bird because birds are so important? Like, I mean, I guess we would say that bird is equivalent to mammal, in which you wouldn't say the mammal makes the person cut the persimmon as a like it sounds weird because mammal is too generic for this specific situation. Whereas if we say the and now I'm gonna have to can we have hummingbirds?
We can have hummingbirds. They're going to chill and eat the flowers.
Okay. The hummingbird. I don't know how a hummingbird would make someone cut up a person.
Beats me either.
Yes. The prompts are in the announcements channel. I stole the graphics from oh, I haven't. Have I not got George's ones in there? I can steal them from somewhere else.
You could do.
Just anyway. Oh, I think I just took them off of YouTube and pasted them. But anyway.
No, don't steal my prompts. No.
There we go.
I think we've had this discussion before.
Mm-hmm. You're credited on the thing.
Oh yeah, it's just Maddie's like little graphic, George. Don't you worry, you're credited.
What were you gonna say?
Okay. It does feel like we've been down this road, or maybe I have been on this road, where we're like kind of with the active stative and like with how like that the concept kind of fits into that. I think like
this reminds me very much of what we ended up with. It was in Nasi Bomber, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. This is kind of giving the like the future tense discussions. We have nothing.
Well, no, but this was why we to be fair, I don't think that we, for this language, had started talking about them properly.
Not in the least. Not in the
and
least.
So it's good that we have the conversation now.
Okay.
Especially if oh no, I'm thinking, and the thought that I just had is going to really push us in a direction I didn't think we were going in. Okay, my thought was basically so if we so without a morphologically incorporated auxiliary type thing. So it would basically be that we have a subject marker, and then we have, at the moment, we say, then we have our main verb, and then we have our optional incorporated noun, right?
Mm-hmm.
And part of what's making this funny is basically because the incorporated noun is in the same place where if we have an object, then it would go there.
Correct.
And this is kind of where we're at right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if we don't have this, then then basically, if we wanted to do this, we would have to use the case thing. And we'd probably end up with double object or double subject constructions.
That is.
So double.
Yeah.
My other thought would be that with an auxiliary, you could then, if you require the auxiliary, then you could do subject, then a kind of auxiliary form, then object.
Yes.
And then a content verb or semantic verb.
Sure.
Anyway, just verb.
And then object.
No, the object is following the original verb here.
These two are the same then.
Sorry, I mean incorporated noun.
Okay, cool.
Which then would basically be, there's a version 1 where so like in Korean, for example, you don't have a verb form. Well, is there? No, you can. Is that what that's doing? I haven't properly remembered the syntactic analysis or morphological analysis. But anyway, so you know how you have the /or? Or maybe you don't because you don't speak Korean.
I don't, but
anyway, you have basically this verby thing vowel here that is used to mark the kind of standard I can't remember what these things are fucking called, and I'm like, there's no time. It's the equivalent of like a like indicative.
Okay.
Like a marked indicative. It's like you can swap it out for like the mirative ne, for example. Which so like, but basically we just mean that we have something here that like acts as, but you would basically end up with, my thought was, in option 1, you have to have something here, but you would essentially end up having, it's going to sound really weird for me to say it this way, but you remember when you brought up the idea of the Wolof-inspired pronouns?
I do remember this, yep.
This is going to look really close to that.
It will do, won't it? That is very funny, yeah.
Like option 2 would basically be that you say, well, the subject, and then you allow for no auxiliary there.
Yeah.
And then you have your incorporated noun, but basically, because you allow for it, the incorporated noun shifts forward before the verb, rather than being in this ambiguous space. because there's basically a gap there.
Hi, Madeline. Thank you for joining in like last minute.
Hey,
It feels like you are coming to order pizza at 5:59, and we have to get back to work.
but my thought then would basically be, if you then end up with your subjects and incorporative nouns
Yes.
close together all the time, then why wouldn't you end up with some kind of polypersonal thing in the end anyway? I guess because in general, you is not. This sounds like I'm doing a bad job of AAV, but that's not what I'm doing.
You does not equal.
You is not usually a generic noun. For example,
Yeah. And you can have us like, especially, I'm also thinking of like kind of like how certain like instrumental like applicatives in Arapaho, if they're common enough, change form, or there's only a certain amount of them. I guess what I'm saying is like the incorporated noun, if it is like so commonly incorporated, it gets kind of more reduced into a commonish sort of a more generic, I guess, version, potentially.
I mean, verbal classifiers in theory work.
Yeah.
But that's not what this is.
It is not what this is, and I know that's not what this is.
It definitely could work for the analytic thing, would basically be to say, actually, well, at that point, it's not really a classifier because it wouldn't be an independent unit.
Like a bound clinic or something. Oof. Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
okay.
time is slowly dripping.
Time is up. I guess my kind of question to you is, how do you feel about this sort of vibe versus this sort of vibe? And do we make that just a poll?
I had also thought of just having that be the poll. I do like this setup in terms of like having there to be an auxiliary and then kind of swapping sort of like this out versus having there be a none option with that. I am also curious about the double object / subject, I guess in this case, constructions. But I am leaning a little bit more towards the auxiliary, if I'm being honest.
No, but are you leaning towards in a way where if we did this, you would be upset? Or are you leaning towards it in a way where this is what you would vote for, but if the patrons say they'd rather have this, then
Correct.
you're fine?
If you are voting for either auxiliary option, you're voting with me.
No, I'm fine to have it be like a option 1, option 2, A, option 2B.
This is how I also considered this poll as well.
Like, where basically you would either move things around a bit, or yeah, in these ones it's basically that we say there was an odd auxiliary slot that then is moved.
Yeah.
Whereas in the first one, I guess it's kind of, is this leaning more towards a fluid S? I can't really
I don't think so. As long as we are pretty robust about like.
I mean,
I think
it seems like fluid S because in the other one, in this one, the verb would change. And so you would basically be able to say that, like,
I see what you're saying.
Even if the forms erode a lot, you would be able to say, well, actually, the verb that's like X and Y is different to the verb Y.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas in the other one, it would be, oh, well, the verb Y is transitive because it's flagged by the ergative marked on the noun.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I think we're settled fairly on that.
We're settled. Yeah.
So we just need to like write up these in words that people can read and understand.
Indeed. Or just here. No, we can't do that. That's too random.
We're not just gonna like post a screenshot from this.
Yeah. You all were there. You remember. You rewatched this.
Okay. Well, I hope everyone has a good Luxembourg.
Yes.
You've got my prompts soon.
That is true. Mine are finished up.
I've recorded a funny. It's not funny how it's funny.
Weird.
I don't know if it's that great a video, and I can't work out why it wasn't a short.
Yes, it has been fun.
Have you watched it, Miles? I sent it to you and Jonathan, hoping for feedback, and then no one got back to
me. I did not watch it, but I fully believe that it will make sense.
Okay. It's literally just like 3 minutes long. That's why I don't know why it's not short. And it's in vertical format. People at home, please appreciate that I really tried.
The vertical format.
The vertical format.
Okay. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.